From orphan to icon, Hans Wilsdorf's journey to founding Rolex is nothing short of extraordinary. Born in 1881 in Kumbach, Germany, he faced the stark reality of life at 12 when he was left orphaned and sent off to a boarding school. This challenging start turned into a springboard for success as Hans excelled in math and languages. His fate changed when a friendship at school introduced him to the art of watchmaking, igniting a passion that would eventually create the legendary Rolex brand. Welcome back to Opulent Oasis. Today, we'll discuss how life's unexpected turns can lead to groundbreaking destinations. Hans Wilsdorf's rise from humble beginnings to luxury watchmaking royalty proves that sometimes the gears of destiny just need a little winding. The birth of Rolex. At the ripe age of 19, Hans Wilsdorf wasn't just twiddling his thumbs or trying to figure out which party to hit next. Instead, he was on a train to Geneva, ready to immerse himself in the world of a pearl export company. There, Hans wasn't just there to gawk at the lustrous pearls. He was absorbing the nuts and bolts of running a business that thrived on precision, much like the inner workings of a watch. His ambition didn't end there. He swiftly moved on to Kuno Corten, a crème de la crème Swiss watchmaking firm. This wasn't just another notch on his resume. It was where he got his gears turning in the high-stakes world of horology. But as fate would have it, his Swiss escapade was cut short by a draft notice from the German army. After serving for 2 years, Hans found himself in London, not just surviving but thriving at a high-quality watch company. There, he didn't just sell watches. He sold so many that he probably thought about inventing a new type of watch just to keep things interesting. In 1905, Hans decided it was time to stop playing in other people's sandboxes. Alongside his brother-in-law, Alfred James Davis, he founded Wilsdorf and Davis Limited. This wasn't just a couple of guys throwing parts together. They meant serious business and proved it by partnering with Swiss watch mavens Hermann Igler. Back in those days, wristwatches were seen as quaint accessories primarily for women, not something a serious gentleman would wear. But Hans, ever the visionary, saw their potential to outpace pocket watches. He wasn't about to let a good hunch go to waste. His mission was clear: craft wristwatches so robust and elegant they'd make pocket watches a thing of the past. His obsession with precision and durability meant he spent years perfecting a wristwatch that wasn't just functional, but also fashionable. By 1908, his relentless innovation and flair for business had not only put them on the map in England, but had also set the stage for a rebranding that would resonate across the globe. Thus, Rolex was born, a name as smooth and catchy as the watches they were making. It wasn't just a name, it was a statement, one that said, "We're here to redefine timekeeping." With a name like Rolex, who needs a marketing slogan? Hans Wilsdorf wasn't just making watches, he was making history, one tick at a time, innovation and growth. As the tumult of World War I swept across the globe, it brought with it a myriad of challenges, but for Rolex, it was an unexpected opportunity to shine. Amidst the chaos, soldiers quickly realized the practicality of wristwatches over the traditional pocket watches, which were hardly suitable for the rigors of trench warfare. Rolex stepped into the spotlight with watches that weren't just handy, they were built to endure the harshest conditions. This practical shift wasn't just about convenience, it marked a significant pivot in how time was literally carried into battle. Rolex's innovations gained them prestigious accolades, such as Switzerland's first wristwatch chronometer rating and a Class A precision certificate from London's Kew Observatory. These weren't just awards, they were a loud and clear endorsement of Rolex's commitment to precision and reliability. However, the war also stirred anti-German sentiments and brought about a steep 33% export tax from Britain, complicating matters for Wilsdorf. With strategic foresight, in 1919, he relocated Rolex's headquarters to Switzerland, navigating through these geopolitical turbulences with the adeptness of a skilled captain steering through stormy seas. The narrative took an innovative turn in 1926 with the introduction of the Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch, which was nothing short of revolutionary. This was a bold leap into uncharted waters, literally and figuratively. The following year, Wilsdorf masterminded a publicity stunt that was as daring as it was ingenious. He sponsored British swimmer Mercedes Gleitzer, who wore the oyster during her ambitious attempt to swim the English Channel. Despite the cold and tumultuous waters that eventually halted her swim, the oyster performed flawlessly, functioning perfectly after 10 hours submerged. To capitalize on this success, Wilsdorf displayed the oyster in fish bowls in storefronts, making the watches swim alongside goldfish in a clear demonstration of their water-resistant prowess. It was a visual and marketing triumph that caught everyone's eyes. Rolex's reputation for durability was further cemented as their watches survived not just the icy waters of the English Channel, but also extreme adventures like the historic flight over Mount Everest in 1933 and Malcolm Campbell's groundbreaking speed of 300 miles per hour in 1935. Each event was a testament to Rolex's engineering marvel, ensuring the brand was as resilient as the heroes who wore it. In 1931, Rolex continued its trail of innovation by unveiling the Oyster Perpetual, the first self-winding waterproof wristwatch. This marked another milestone, eliminating the mundane task of daily winding and setting the stage for a new era of convenience in watchmaking. As the world edged closer to another global conflict, Rolex maintained its trajectory of growth and innovation, proving that adversity often breeds creativity. The personal life of Wilsdorf, however, faced a somber moment as he mourned the loss of his wife in 1944. Channeling his grief into something enduring, he established the Wilsdorf Foundation, ensuring that his personal loss translated into a broader gain for society. The foundation not only anchored Rolex's financial structure as a tax-exempt entity, but also dedicated itself to philanthropic endeavors, embodying the spirit of giving back and doing good. Through this foundation, Rolex's legacy was intricately woven into the fabric of social responsibility, making the brand not just a maker of timepieces, but a timeless contributor to societal well-being. In this way, Rolex isn't just a watch brand, it's a beacon of resilience, innovation, and benevolence, ticking forward with each second, not just marking time, but making a difference. The Rolex legacy. After World War II, Rolex's growth didn't just continue, it exploded like a pop star hitting the big time. By 1946, they'd sold a whopping 50,000 certified chronometers. That's no small feat. Imagine every one of those watches lined up. It'd stretch longer than a red carpet at a Hollywood premiere. And as if that wasn't impressive enough, Rolex went ahead and doubled that number the following year. It was like they had discovered the watchmaking equivalent of a magic growth potion. In 1945, the Datejust made its debut. This wasn't just any watch, it was the first waterproof, self-winding marvel that could tell you the date with a quick glance at your wrist. But Rolex wasn't about to rest on its laurels. By 1956, they introduced the day date, which could tell you the day of the week in 26 languages. If it had any more features, it might have needed its own office. The 1953 Submariner set the bar sky high for dive watches, functioning flawlessly at 100 meters below the surface. That kind of reliability is like having a friend who shows up on time, every time, no matter what. Except this friend can join you for deep-sea adventures. The year 1960 brought a poignant moment as Hans Wilsdorf, Rolex's trailblazing founder, passed away. His legacy, however, was secure. He had steered Rolex to become a titan of the luxury brand world. Fast forward to 1985, and Rolex upped the ante yet again by introducing watches made with 904L steel. This isn't just any steel, it's the kind used in chemical industry equipment, which means it's about as tough as it gets. Wearing a Rolex made from 904L steel is like having a mini tank on your wrist, elegant but tough as nails. Starting from his modest beginnings as an orphan, Hans Wilsdorf didn't just rise to the top. He shot to the moon, turned around, and carved out a constellation in the shape of a crown. He transformed the wristwatch from a mere accessory into an indispensable tool, crafting a legacy that didn't just change how we tell time, but how we see timepieces, as not just tools, but treasures. And that's a wrap on Hans Wilsdorf's epic saga from orphan to watchmaking legend with Rolex. It's stories like his that remind us, whether it's time or destiny, everything can be mastered with a bit of grit and a lot of gears. Got questions about which Rolex could adventure through life with you, or just want to share which model ticks all your boxes? Drop a comment below. We're all ears and always ready to dive into a good watch talk. If you got a kick out of this tale of timepieces, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our other videos for your fix of luxury and lore. Hang with us at Opulent Oasis, and let's keep exploring the elegance that keeps the world ticking. Catch you on the next one.